Listen, darling. Granny Vegetable hears you. I know what you're saying. But I must say, not everybody is neurotypical like you. Sometimes it feels nice to pop a couple cold ones and drive, get behind the wheels of the car and just mellow out. Who cares if you hit a pregnant woman on a bike? It's her fault for being on my road while I'm trying to relax. You gotta understand, dearie. Be more open-minded to us neurodivergent folk. Hey guys, today I ran over a family of 4. One of them was pregnant, one of them was just 5 years old. But it doesn't matter. Not anymore anyways. Today we're gonna get over the sins of our past by fighting a great Yakuza. I'm not really sure what makes him so great, but we are fighting him in the Forest of Hills, so that's exciting. Also, I just came off of Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday is a little ritual that I like to hold for myself and myself alone because I really like tacos, and you know, having a ritual day to do something that you like every single week I think is a good thing that a lot of people should do. It gives you a little something to look forward to, especially with someone that leads such a tortured life like me, who has to play 3 minutes of video games in front of a camera and ramble about bullshit every single day. Woe is me, guys. Woe is me. Anyways, hello Forest and Hills. Hello chills going down my spine after hearing that wonderful, wonderful Star Wars music. This honestly looks kind of worse than it does in Dose. I'll be real. Like, how is this one have the washed out sort of colors? Dose had much brighter greens. Oh, that may just be the texture mod. I don't know. Hello, Velociprey. Excuse me, fella. I'm coming through. I have to kill a Yakuza. Not really sure where the Yakuza could be. I'm just gonna run straight to... Actually, he's a bird wyvern. So he might start in like the really long jungle area. Or not the jungle, the canopy area. We're over there, too, with the weird moss wines. Oh, it's always so hard to tell if there's a guy here. I think I might have heard something. I'm not really sure. Please don't steal from me. Please don't steal from me. Okay. No, there is no guy here. That is a very pink carcass. That is a very fresh guy. Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Bullfango. The second, he might be up here. No. He's not. That's sad. Hello, Moss Wine. Oh. There. So, anyways, I went to an eye appointment today. And I have glasses, and they work fine. And the doctors told me that, hey, actually you need a new pair of glasses. Your prescription has changed by negative 0.01, and you need to buy a new pair of glasses right now. And it's a lot of pressure, and I don't like it. Can we talk about how awful salespeople are? Like, I get it. I get it. You gotta... I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. But if you're so obnoxious about it, like, sometimes... You know, the most annoying salesperson I ever encountered was, like, at a gym equipment store, where as soon as I walked in, this fucking... I said a swear word. I'm sorry, guys. This is my family-friendly channel. I shouldn't be saying bad words on it. This dude, this gray-haired dude, came over and immediately started telling me about how he had a what is it? A sauna. Like a tiny little walk-in sauna box. And it was just really annoying. The salespeople that are like over your shoulder, breathing down your back, drooling all over your wallet, is so annoying. And you know, I am pretty socially awkward, so I and also very stubborn. So most of the time, whenever I get the sense that someone's trying to sell me something, I just that makes me so committed to not buying anything. I just get really frustrated. And that happened when I was at my eye appointment earlier today, as the lady tried to get me to buy glasses. Man, I hate salespeople. I just hate social interactions in general, which maybe it wouldn't be so much of a problem if I didn't live in the middle of nowhere, but you know, just social interactions, could do without them. Actually, that's not true. I think that's one of the biggest problems with the world and humans today, is that we're so separate, so isolated from each other. You know, we have technology that connects us at all times, yet still we feel so apart from other people. There's a whole loneliness epidemic among everyone, and it's really not cool. I think a lot of people suffer from loneliness, including me. And no, that's just it. Loneliness epidemic sucks. And I think one of the best thing you can do related to that is somehow get yourself away from the device that connects to all the people in the world, because I don't know, it's like if they're there, if they're in your pocket at all times, that it feels much less special. But if you like go out for a 30-minute walk, you leave your phone and come back, and all of a sudden you get to see your friends and family again, and it feels so much more novel and fun and exciting, and you don't feel the rust on the gears between you two, or between you all. I don't know. This is all a long-winded rant on explaining why we should ditch technology and go back to eating fruits in caves and hunting carousels. I don't even know what a carousel is. Excuse me. Oh, dang. Almost dodged that. Also, I'm running the Gaia Prey balloon because I really want to get my hunting horn games up, because the game refuses to give me any good hunting horns. Well, I guess I can upgrade the Gaia Prey balloon, but I don't wanna. I have to go fight a Gaiadrome, and that's boring. I'd rather fight a big guy like Yankoku. Another weapon that I also need to get to work on is dual blades. I don't think I've played much dual blades thus far in this playthrough. Ow. Okay. Please? Please? Okay. No, we're good. Boinkus. I missed. Boinkus. Boinkus. Head snipe. How do you feel? I own you. God, I own you. How do you feel? You smell. But yeah, anyways, I think we should all return to, or at least try to find a way to reduce the technology in our lives, because we as humans are not, we are not like designed around technology. We are designed around nature and being outside. And I noticed a strange feeling when I got my phone stolen, like, just last week. I didn't really feel bad about it. In fact, it felt weirdly freeing. And I remember whenever I get, like, go to get a new phone, and it's like that period between when your old phone works and when your new phone starts working, like when your old phone is transmitting data to the new phone, it's like, man, I this invisible chain connecting me to the internet, to devices, is all of a sudden just gone. And like, will I willingly retether myself to my device as soon as I get it back? Yeah. But man, this is nice. This is novel. While it lasts anyway. It's fun while it lasts. Bonk. Oh, you sad bird. So I've noticed that in Dose you could like choose which direction you swing from with the hunting horn, but in this game you can't. It always swings from the right side, and I don't really like that. Ow. There's the charge. Oh man, that reminds me, Rathalos. That's gonna be something. I don't think Rathalos is as charge happy as he is in Dose, though. At least not... At least that's what I'm hoping. I don't remember him being that bad. Whether he actually is or not is to be seen. Remains to be seen. Alright. Here he comes. We're probably going to kill him as soon as he touches grass. Touch grass, boy. Touch grass, boy. Okay. Can I get a KO? Yes! Check this out. Stab, and then move. And then roll. Stab. Boom! I love Hunting Horn. What a cool weapon. I can make a Monoblos weapon right now. I can make a Monoblos weapon because I got the part break on Daimyo Hermitor. That's kind of funny. That's kind of silly. There's that thing. I remember it being a lot shorter and a lot thicker. But I really like the red saber. I think it's really cool. They named it something else later down the line. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I can make this. I might do that because they look funny. Yeah, that's gonna be our dual blades. There they are. There they are. Oh, please tell me Raven Tessin is 2 Yangarugas. Ah, okay, that's so sick, but that's so cool looking, but it's not 2 Yangaruga heads. How good is this? Not good. I need to sharpen that. There's okay, so we're making the Garuga stuff when it comes around, I suppose. I suppose that can be handled. What do we want to hunt next? Have we hunted the... Oh, it wants us to do a gathering quest? Maybe... Blango? I guess that'll be the perfect use case for, my Kaku maracas. So we will go ahead and do that. And maybe while we're there, we're gonna kill the Gaiadrome. That way we can maybe have the chance to upgrade my Gaia Prey balloon. Alrighty, off to the Snowy Mountains we go. And I'm gonna keep talking about the phone things. The phone bad. I'm gonna be honest, whenever your mom said that your phone was the problem why you have headaches, probably not always correct, but you know, it certainly doesn't do anything to help. It's definitely, your mom probably over exaggerates a little bit, but you know, staring at a phone like 2 inches away from your face isn't the greatest thing for eye health, and it'll probably strain your eyes. You'll feel a headache because of that. And you know, not only that, phones also I don't know the exact verbiage. I don't know the exact word that is used to describe this phenomena, but I think it's called either cellular or digital autism. Just that. And it's a phenomenon that happens like whenever your phone is nearby. If your phone is nearby, like in arm's reach, then your ability to focus. This was a study, by the way. I don't know the exact study, but if you look it up, like digital autism or something, then you could probably find the one that I'm looking for. But if your phone is like in arm's reach or something, then it's like your focus is just slashed into halves, maybe fourths. Because, you know, your brain is like, well, why should I be focusing on my homework or on my my actual work when a world of dopamine and just easy time passing. You know, because your brain is designed, your biology, you as an animal living in nature are designed to live life the easiest way possible, spending as few calories as you possibly can in order to live, draw out your life so that way you can reproduce and such and such. And when you have the easiest source of, you know, dopamine and pleasure and whatever right in that tiny little rectangle, like why would you try to accomplish anything hard? Why would you try to accomplish anything that requires effort? And, you know, why would I do my math homework? And obviously I think it's your id or your super ego tells you, hey, don't be an idiot. Don't be a moron. If you don't do your homework, you're gonna get a bad job, and you're gonna fail school. You're gonna live on the streets, and you don't want that. So your phone just acts as like an obstacle for that kind of thing. And like, yeah, it can be useful for passing the time if you want to. It is fun. It is relaxing. But there's a time and a place for everything, because phones aren't all bad. I think, who was it that wouldn't let, that was like oh, one sec. Yeah? Thank you, Mommy. Okay, guys, I am back. My mom tapped at my door because she picked a strawberry from our home garden and wanted me to eat it. And I ate it, and it was really tasty. But anyways, there was some leader of a company, like some CEO, some founder, that wouldn't allow his children to use their company's product. And I think that was like the CEO of a phone company. It might have been Steve Jobs. I'm not really sure. But, you know, it's that exact thing. Phones, I'm assuming he did it for like academic reasons. Like having a phone will impede your children's progress going through life. And I know, like, you know, children nowadays should have a phone because otherwise they'd be missing out. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's probably safer to grow, like, it's safer to grow up without a phone, but also your children will probably also be really resentful for at least for a few years before they eventually get one. Or I don't know, I'm yapping about whatever. But I can't remember when I got my first phone. I got my first phone because I had like maybe 7th or 8th grade. And now it's just, I think there should be an age where you should eventually allow children on technology and such. You know, there's the whole iPad baby phenomenon, which is like actually so saddening. Every time you go into a Walmart, maybe not every time, but like every one in 3 times you walk into a Walmart, and there will just be some lady with a baby in the cart, not making any sound because they're zoned out watching Cocomelon on the iPad, and that is just so sad. I know, don't get me wrong, raising a baby is so difficult, crazy difficult, but like, you made the choice to have a baby, so you should let it develop a personality, maybe. You know, I know that sounds scary, you know. Our child is developing a personality. Get the iPad. But maybe don't do that. That's not good. Like, even adults struggle from like dopamine addiction via phones. Like, I find myself having a really hard time getting hooked into like YouTube and stuff. I don't use TikTok because that's a little too far gone for me. I once used Instagram Reels just to look at funny videos of dogs and cats and stuff, but eventually I just deleted that because it was just too much, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, it's probably just dopamine. It's just, my brain really loves the reward system of, you know, scrolling, you get a cool video with flashy colors. I get to hear a human voice, which makes me feel less lonely in this isolated world. This divided, fractured world that we call Earth. And, you know, if it's bad for adults, like if it's bad for people like me, then Jesus, dude, a 6-year-old? My God, that's like your most important years of your life to, like, I don't know, connect with other people. Like, I can't imagine what it'd be like to be a child to a 6-year-old, or be a father to a 6-year-old that would rather watch Cocomelon than interact with me. Also, they're 6 years old and stuff. That's crazy. They probably get iPads younger too. I don't know. I don't know why this is all of a sudden the topic of discussion today. But yeah, man, I guess phones are a great thing. Phones are an incredible feat of technology. Absolutely insane. But man, can it be very predatory? Can they be very bad for you? Can they be very, very bad for you? Please burst arowana, please burst arowana, please burst arowana. Yes! Okay, that's the last thing for my marine fisher. My marine fisher. And while we're on the topic of technology that is probably bad for the human race, it's going to be a very easy thing to talk about, but AI. AI is scary. As I am saying this, I am probably training an AI model to, you know, train an algorithm to make YouTubers, to make YouTube videos, because everything, AI is artificial intelligence, and everything is at risk of being replaced. Absolutely everything. And once absolutely everything is replaced by AI, then literally what purpose do humans serve in this world at that point? I am genuinely curious, because like their machines, they are faultless. Maybe not faultless, but especially now they're not faultless. Good God, are they not faultless? They are faultless. They can live forever. So you can have like I don't know, some kind of voice be able to do like music and songs for the rest of eternity, whereas humans, you know, we got an expiration date. So why would a company want to work with a human that is, you know, they make mistakes for one, and they don't last forever for two. So I mean, if I was a company and if I had no morals, then I would much rather choose to the person that I don't have to pay, that just doesn't make mistakes, and I'll be able to exploit for the rest of time. But that's just me. I think, yeah, I am pretty unsettled by the oncoming AI revolution, which, don't get me wrong, the technology is extremely, extremely impressive. What we've managed to pull off in making machines like genuinely think, like not come up with their own stuff, but you know, because it's like what the AI, generative AI doesn't really generate, but it more so just like picks pieces of information off who knows how many sources and formulates a response. But you know, if we're probably at some point going to find an actual machine that thinks for itself, that is just completely faultless and stuff. But I am unsettled by the oncoming AI or robotic overlords. Even if it is very impressive what we've managed to accomplish, so far in our race here. In our human race. I don't really know what I'm talking about, guys. I'll be completely honest. I think the PakPak AI kind of made me feel safe about being a YouTuber because, like, don't get me wrong, there is a 100% chance that there are just going to be AI YouTubers coming very soon, probably. And heck, there probably are some. There definitely are some right now that are just absolutely killing it, doing way better than I could ever even conceive. But, you know, after seeing the PakPak AI, I don't really feel so bad because, like, sure, there are going to be those that don't care about the AI. I guess it depends on what kind of YouTuber you are. Like, if it's an informational video, then I'll watch it because, like, if it's an informational video, then it's like, okay, I'm going to learn if about this subject, about, I don't know, cherry flavored nipple piercings, whether it's a human narrator or a robot narrator. But if it's like a YouTuber like this format that I'm doing right now, then why would I feel the need to watch it? Literally, what the actual darn am I gaining from watching this? I don't get to see this person go through and play Monster Hunter Freedom Unite or whatever video game. I guess Fortnite is probably the biggest one. And I don't get to see them, like, you know, be a human. What? I genuinely do not believe that AI generated Let's Players can do anything special. And I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. You know, there are iPad babies that will grow up with really low standards that are probably being fed entirely AI content right now and probably don't care. So when they grow up and they have their, you know, AI VTuber with giant badonkers, then they probably won't care that much. But I think in my lifetime, I do not think that AI generated YouTubers and content creators and just people that you go to for their personality and for them and their quirks and their talents and skills as a artist will really be replaced to any incredibly meaningful degree. Now that there could be like really convincing AI. I can understand if there are like really convincing AIs of content creators though. So I can understand like if people are going to subscribe to or really follow and get a parasocial relationship with someone that they've really invested a lot of time and effort into making seem like a real human being. I can understand that. I mean, heck, I might be AI. Who knows? Who's to say, really? And when that happens, then yeah, it might be over. It might be time to find a new job, which, you know, jobs won't exist because everything we have been replaced. We are on the subject of replacement. Why are we in such a hurry to flood everything that is already generated? Like, for example, I looked up pictures of clowns to use in my Lobotomy Corporation video for a stupid bit where a clown gave birth in my lap and it traumatized me. I looked up a picture of clowns, and on Adobe stock, like 99% of them were AI generated. And like they were free. They really want us to use AI. They really want us to accept AI. And that's freaky. That's freaky. You know, they only want us to accept AI so that way they can stop paying, you know, actual photographers, actual artists and stuff. And I don't like that future. I don't like this mad dash to replace humanity. You know, a lot of things are corporate and soulless, but AI generated stuff is a whole nother level. Is a crazy new level. I don't know, man. AI is just really freaky. It's like It's like I'm stuck between thinking yeah, it's really cool, but please take it away and never bring it back again, because it's not going to be pretty for humans in the long run. Also, I really should have brought an iron pickaxe. Wait a second. I'm supposed to slay Genprey, not the Gendrome. I might be a little dumb. See, an AI wouldn't make that mistake, so that's how you know. By me being a big dummy, that's how I prove it. Hello, Gunprey. And no machine can replicate my level of stupidity. It just simply cannot be done. Please die. And like the sad thing with AI too is like, I don't know. Like what are you gonna do about it? It's here. It's only gonna get better. There really isn't anything you can do or say to really change that fact. It is just kind of inevitable. I cannot wait for my future where everything is just an instant generated Marvel movie. Alright, Gengome. Time for greatsword gameplay where I go into my commentary becomes absolutely moronic because I'm trying to line up the level 3 charge slash. Okay, he's gonna run over and then he's gonna bite. Never mind. Dang. Yes! God, that felt so good. I love greatsword in this game. Not quite. Okay, okay. Ah, I thought the hit lag on the Genprey would make that like hit last long enough to hit the Gendrome. Hoping that was gonna hit his tail. Aw, Gengome. Right, you gotta ruin my fun. Thank you, Genprey. Ow. You know, you guys are really killing my bongo. Jump backwards. Oh, you fool. Oh, you fool. Oh, you damn idiot. Oh, how does that feel? Welcome to my world, Gendrome. Dang. Almost. I don't know why I'm saying almost. There was no way he was gonna somehow miss me and jump in front of my swinging greatsword. You know, maybe it could have hit like on the above me if I let it rip a second early, but I don't do anything but level 3 charge slashes, sorry. He's dead. I killed him. Because I'm really good at the video game. So anyways, rambling about AI. Have I covered really all the bases that I can? I mean, my stance on AI, I really wish it wasn't here. I fear it. I fear that, you know, it is only a matter of time before there is an exact replica of me that is a lot like me, only it doesn't make mistakes. It's just 100% better. And there's not anything I can do about that, because how am I gonna stop the companies that want to make a big hefty profit off of things that can just do everything? It literally print money. How can I stop people from literally printing money? Answer: it's not possible. You can't do that, and that's capitalism, baby. That's what we have come to. God. AI. It's really cool, though. It is really cool. I had an uncle that was, like, big into AI. Years before the mainstream knew about AI. And, like, back then, even then, I was a little concerned because, like, machines thinking. If we teach a machine to think, then what's going to happen to us meat brain thinkers that make mistakes and have flaws? What's going to happen to those? And then I didn't even think about like what's going to happen to the artists. Answer: I thought the artists would be safe because like you know, I figured that machines can't replace artists. They can't replace the soul, the expression. Art by itself is an emotional experience, and that is the one thing that machines can't do, is feel emotions. They can emulate emotions, sure. They can not emulate, they can simulate emotions. But it's really just, I don't know, because I really like to think that AI is cool, but the reality is not as cool as I had hoped. I thought the moment that we had AI, we'd have like flying cars and self-driving cars. And I guess we kind of have self-driving cars, but I don't trust them. Oh, let's finish setting up. My favorite memory regarding AI is when my grandfather overheard us talking about it and got all bug-eyed because he's a farmer. I live in the country. My entire family is farmers, so we like raise animals and stuff. And when AI is mentioned to farmers, they think, oh, yeah, artificial insemination. That's right. So when they hear the AI controlling cars and stuff, I feel like that's a little unusual that, you know, that the bull's seed is able to pilot a car like that. Man, it's amazing how far technology has come. How close are we to 7 more? Okay. Man, they really lay it on thick with these small monster slaying quests. It's not kill a couple, it's kill 20, wipe out the populace, wipe out the native populace. We don't want to see them anymore. We don't want to see them ever again. Which I guess kind of makes sense. I'm too injured to go on. The Genprey living in the desert have the power to paralyze their foes. I'd like you to find the pack that did this to me and kill 20 of the fiends. Ah, yes. A vengeful soldier. So what do soldiers do in the Monster Hunter world? What wars are being fought? Like, are there wars that are being fought not between humans and monsters? Because that's all that I hear about. I know that there's like poachers in the world that the guild knights have to take care of, you know, in the kills you kind of way. But are there like nations that go up against each other? And if so, how do monsters interact with that? Well, Capcom, I have a great game. You're welcome for the awesome plot for Monster Hunter 7. There's going to be nations at war, and there are going to be monsters somehow being used as weapons between the nations. It's going to be similar to the plot of Monster Hunter Wilds with Burgerveld, how they created artificial life. And it's going to be really cool. Please die. Man, Monster Hunter really... I really wish Monster Hunter Wilds' story was just slightly better. It was so close to being great, but instead it was just pretty good. We don't get great Monster Hunter stories besides Monster Hunter 4 with Gore Magala's story. And I really wish, after playing... I used to not really care about the story, but after playing that whole Yakuza series, I kind of could go for a really cool story. And I think two nations at war, and maybe there's like a monster that was scorned by one. You know, there could be two flagships, and one of them fights for one nation, or is being used by one nation. The other is being used by the other nation. and at some point you have to fight both, and they're like really strong. You have to fight both of them at once. Okay, so there's going to be like a prelude fight for both of them where you have to fight them both, like individually, and then the next one where they have to fight. You have to fight them both at the same time in the same place. I think that would be really cool. Anyways, that's my Monster Hunter fanfiction. Man, I really want a Nintendo Switch 2 just so I can play Yakuza 0, the director's cut. That's my favorite Yakuza game right there. Even though I've played only 6 of them so far, that's still my favorite Yakuza game. It's just so solid. It's like, I've heard it described as the most solid Monster Hunter Yakuza game. I could not agree more. It is a very fantastic game, and I could not recommend it more to any of you. Please, if you're going to play one Yakuza game, play 0. It is pretty frickin' fantastic. And whether the director's cut is monstrously better or somehow monstrously worse, I've heard that they gave Kuze. Who is my favorite character, more stuff, more cutscenes, maybe. I'm actually not sure. Please don't spoil what happened. But I've heard that it's really cool. And I'm angry that Nintendo might have baited me into getting a Nintendo Switch 2 for just Yakuza. Just for those 2 extra Kuze cutscenes. Not even cutscenes. He just says "lick my balls," and I wanted to hear "lick my balls" coming from Kuze's mouth in Japanese. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's definitely enough iron ore. Sweet. Now I have enough for my marine fisher. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but this is a Kezu Whelp quest, which is going to be so much fun for the whole family. I need to make sure I don't run out of pickaxes till I'm up there. Also on this quest, I might just make use of the fast forward function. Actually, I think since I have a fast forward function, I should probably set some rules for using it that I should abide by, since, you know, if I'm willing to use that cheat to make my life a little easier, then people will probably think that I'm willing to use other cheats, like, I don't know, make Gaia Prey have less health or something. Maybe only using it for... I think it's fair to only use the fast forward function only when it's for a quest that I've already completed. Does that sound right? Is the census with me there? Because like I need to get through this game a little bit, you know, quickly, a little speedily, and I would like to, so I can make a YouTube video about it in my own very strict timeline, my very strict deadline. And that fast forward feature can come in handy sometimes for these gathering quests. If I press it on accident during a fight, though, then that's instant death. How many? Oh, okay. I thought he just had a bunch of layers of claws on either hand, but no. Or on one hand, but no, there's 2. And now we climb to the top of the mountain. That's one of my favorite parts of Monster Hunter World Iceborne, is climbing to the top of that mountain. I love things that are just, there's no reason to do this, but when you get up there, it just feels really nice. There's no reason to climb the mountain besides just for the fact that you climbed a mountain. I think that's fun sometimes. I think that's really cool. There's nothing really crazy to find up there except for the giant jellyfish guy, which you obviously do not need to progress through the game. It's just a really cool thing for those who like to climb the mountain. Or those that like to collect the pets in Monster Hunter. I should really go back and collect that pet. That jellyfish guy, he was really... I ran out of stamina. It doesn't matter. Kezu whelps are just right here anyways. Okay. So can I carry more than one Kezu whelp? Okay. Also, I gotta know. Can I give this Kezu whelp to Old Man Vegetable, and will he hand me back a Kezu ice cream cone? You know what's really weird? Pickled Kezu larvae. Pickled Kezu larva is an item you can get in Monster Hunter Dose by trading a Kezu whelp with Old Man Vegetable for an ice cream cone. And this is the wrong place. Wait, was I headed to the... who cares? But yes, you gotta give a Kezu whelp to Old Man Vegetable, and he'll give you a Kezu ice cream cone in return. And once you get the Kezu ice cream cone, you put it into a maca pot and then bury that. What business might a hunter? You have a Kezu whelp. You would consider trading it for one of my prized possessions. Oh wait, I wanted to... Kezu whelp given. Kezu whelp scream. So you've got a good head on those shoulders. On those strong shoulders. This one's a treasure of mine, so treat it well. Okay, this is crazy information that just appeared in my corneum, in my cerebellum. An expert veggie elder. So it's not just that guy. Is veggie elder a profession? Is being a veggie elder a trade? I thought it was just that one dude. I thought it was just that one dude that was a veggie elder. That's crazy. My third eye opened a little bit more right there. God, that Gaiadrome, so sad in the snow over there. So sad and blue and stupid. And I really am going to have to climb all the way to the top of this dumb mountain to go all the way back down to do it over again. Well, hope you guys you're probably using this for sleep noise at this point. I hope you're getting to sleep nice and tight. Have a good night, you. You worked hard today. I hope you sleep very well. I'm proud of you. You did so well. You completed all your math homework. I like to think. You know, I have a very responsible viewer base, so I know you completed your math homework. Good on you. You're definitely gonna ace that test next week. I believe in you. I believe. Blango. Excuse me, folks. 3. I have to deliver 3. Okay, I'll deliver 3. But I won't like it. I'll have you know I won't like it. Crunch. There's an infinitely respawning supply of rocks up at the top of the mountain there. I now realize that is the entire purpose of that is to combine with bones to make an old pickaxe, or iron to make an iron pickaxe. Think Kesewelp ice cream is only 120 zenny for how out of the way you have to go to get Kesewelp ice cream. Not only do you have to go up to the top of the mountain, which is already super lengthy and annoying, just to have a pickaxe to spend mining the Kashala Deora malt, just to bring the Kesewelp down to the veggie elder to trade for the Kezu ice cream, to bring it back down to the red item box. All that for 120 points. Meanwhile, that golden stone piece was 200 points. That doesn't seem right. I feel like Kezu ice cream should be worth a little something more. But maybe that's just me. Veggie Elder? Oh, there he is. Look at him over there. Look at him over there. What you doing over there? Looking at me? That's what I thought. That's what I thought, you little veggie, you little broccoli. Alrighty, back up to the pinnacle of the snowy mountains. Hello, Entekes. Almost halfway done with this quest. Yeah, I wonder... Nah, I won't edit it out. There's like a pattern going on in the sky up there. And I know it has to do with the mod I have on to like upscale the textures and stuff. It just looks weird. I freaking love Taco Tuesday. I even painted my own shirt for Taco Tuesday. I'm wearing it right now. Alright. Halfway done with the quest. Halfway there. Excuse me, folks. I'll be passing through. You know, I really thought that I would be playing Slay the Princess, the pristine cut, right after I got finished with Monster Hunter Dose, but then things change sometimes. YouTube's a strange and unusual job. The reason why I want to, well, I've already talked about the reason why I want to release the 2 videos right before December. Because obviously I like ad revenue, I like money. But I think a lot of the reason why I want to rush so hard is to get those done is because I'll be honest, I really thought that the dose video, the second dose video, would do so much better than it did. So I'm kind of like, okay, I gotta maybe hopefully get 2 videos out where it would take me as long to get only 1 video out at maximum. Or in the time that it would take me to get 1 video out. I'm bad at English. I'm bad at my dominant language. And maybe it's something to do with that. Also, it could just be like trying to progressively overload because I always like to go up and up. I like the challenge of trying to go harder and harder every single time. It can get a little... It gets exhausting if you let it get exhausting, if that makes any sense. Like, if you think I'm tired, then obviously you're gonna be tired, but if you think this sucks, but I've done worse, that this has nothing on me, this has no effect on me, then you can get through it. And I think I'm the latter. At least I like to think I'm the latter. I guess I'm only like 3 days into this 6 hours of recording a day process, so who knows where that's gonna wind up. There's my last Kezu whelp. Back down we go. Hello, guys. Please don't. Thank you. I appreciate your generosity. It goes a long way in this world. A little bit of generosity really goes a long way. I think some people forget that. Sometimes somebody's just having a really awful, crummy day, and being nice and giving them a smile from now and then, that'll be just enough to cheer them up. And maybe, and if you really want to cheer them up, then give them like $1,000 in a hand job or something. Just a little bit. This world needs a little more generosity, you know? Just a little more kindness. Thank God this quest is almost over. And that should be the hardest or most annoying quest of the 3 stars that I need to get, that I need to do, or that I am tasked with. There we go. That's done. It feels so good to finally have the marine fisher on our back. And you know what doesn't feel good? Having to do so many gathering quests. Let's see, a swarm of hermitors, killing from mushrooms. Let's do a swarm of hermitors first. Oh boy, so many gathering quests. Ooh, Nelly. My blood is pumping. Hey, buddy. Excuse me. So what I've heard, what I've read from a comment, you know who you are. Shelling does fire damage. And that's why Kezu fell so darn quickly, because it does fire damage. And that applies to the Wyvern's Fire as well. And they've also said that so word on the block is that shelling is all fire damage. Shelling is entirely fire damage, and that is why that Kezu from the other episode died so fast. And also, that normal shelling is completely useless in this game, because all normal shelling affects is burst shelling attacks, but there are no burst shelling attacks in this game. So the only one worth going for is long shelling, which is what the marine fisher excels at. Is there a large monster here? Fishing is no easy endeavor. While unloading my ship, a swarm of hermitors appeared. Okay, well, if there is a big guy, then I guess it'll be a surprise to all of us. There's a hermitor over here. I can smell it. Oh. Conga? Okay. I wasn't expecting you. I was thinking like something dinky, tiny, like a Velocidrome or a, I don't know, a Yankaku. Well, it's nice to see you, Mr. Conga, buddy. What's the optimal Gunlance combo? Thank you, Mr. Hermitor. Pop, pop, pop. Something I noticed with long shelling as well is that it looks like it goes a little bit further than your typical normal shelling or wide shelling. Thank you, Mr. Hermitor. Pink. 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 Okay. Let me... I don't have any healing potions. I suppose I do not deem them necessary based on the fact that this is supposed to be a Hermitor quest. Alright, Congalalo. It's you and me, pal. It's you and me, oh buddy, oh pal. No, don't focus on Summer. Summer is dead. Summer is no longer with us. You stop jumping forward. Stop jumping forward. Stop jumping forward. Just turn around. And let's dance. Let's dance. Nope. Give me a second so I can blast over your face, I guess. Perfect. Okay. Really don't know where that hitbox is. But I guess as long as I didn't get hit, then why should I complain? Bink. Bink. Oh, the Vespoid lived. The Vespoid survived that. Congalala didn't stand up and he didn't accordion out like a cartoon. Mick, Mick, Mick. Let me sharpeen. Thank you. Mick. Mick. I really like the Marine Fisher. It's a really cool weapon. Make. Man, I am so talked out from Library of Ruina. It's also way later than I usually record. I had Taco Tuesday today, and I had a eye appointment, which wasn't really... They took their sweet-ass time, let's just say that much. I can say that much. Stab, stab, stab. But that's okay, because I got to play Pokemon Go in the waiting room, which was super fun and awesome, and I evolved my Pharaoh Thorn. And he was really cool. His name is Ferris Wheel, and he's really strong. I got the Pokemon Go app because my friend Starbursted Art said that I would enjoy it like a year ago. Then I went like an entire year not playing it. More than an entire year, actually. Like a year and a couple months. And then went to visit Ladyfish, and she played Pokemon Go almost the entire time. And on the last day, I was like, wait, that looks fun. I want to catch a Groudon. And then I've been playing it like every day. Well, every day until I went back out into the country. And there's not really a whole lot to do in the middle of nowhere when you're just surrounded by a bunch of cornfields. I did not even know things like Pokestops, you know, how you actually get Pokeballs in that game. I didn't know they existed. I thought you genuinely had to pay money to get some of those back. That's how isolated I am from the rest of the world. That's how quarantined I am. Or I guess that's how quarantined the rest of the world is from me. The world can't handle me. They nerfed me by putting me in Iowa. On my trip from like a couple weeks ago, I visited some places, and let's say I visited a Japanese restaurant, and I got talking with the manager lady of the Japanese restaurant, and place of origin was brought up, and I told her that I'm from Iowa, and she turned to me and said, "I'm so sorry." And then the day after my phone got stolen, the Apple employee was... Oh, I also talked about living in Iowa. I mentioned the name of my town, and he got all shocked and turned to me and said, "I know that town," which is crazy because my town does not have more than 200 people living in it. Very small town. And I told him, "That's where I'm from." And he also turned to me and said, I'm sorry you're from there." So I see some people are expressing their condolences for my living situation. And tell you what, it's not always great. I think spending my entire life away from absolutely everyone and anyone really doesn't help socially, like, at all. But at the same time, there's so much peace that you can find out here in the country, just knowing that absolutely nobody's going to be there. It has its benefits. That's what I'm trying to say. And it has its drawbacks. But what place doesn't? Like, if you move to a major city, then, well, I don't know why you'd want to live in a major city. I feel like you're just going to die of, I don't know, the air quality. AQI is too rancid and messed up. You can't live beyond 50 because your lungs are just giving out. Too much New York air quality or Los Angeles air quality will make you go brain dead by the age of 10. Every day after that, you're just a husk of a human. And don't forget the gang violence. That's always a fun part. And the homeless people. Please don't. Thank you, Velociprey. You know what? That's something awesome about being super awkward. Whenever a homeless person approaches you with a sign, you just channel your inner social shows your, what should I say here? You need to channel the curse that has been bestowed upon you, your social nightmare isms upon them, and you will get away scot-free. You will not have to pay them anything. You will not have to give them anything. Bob, by just being too awkward. Stab. Alright, please give me Carapaceon brains. That gives me so much money. I think sharp claws are also pretty worthwhile. Whenever I see sharp claws, I think, man, that sucks because Jagras in the guiding lands of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I always groan whenever I see that, but in this game, I actually do not run into them very often, so they're actually kind of useful. Also, no shot that is the only Hermitaur on Crab Island. You kidding me? There's got to be another one, like in the sand somewhere. Or in the dirt. There he is. I knew you were here all along. You couldn't hide from me forever. You couldn't hide forever, mister. No sirree. No way, no how. I will always find you. And I will always scoop your brains out of your skull, your cranium, and put them into a tiny little jar and then shake them and watch it jiggle around. I can't wait to drink it like slurp juice later tonight. One more. Sounds good. I think I don't have a way to like combine to like farm honey yet. So it's probably worthwhile to gather some. Kaku scale. Alrighty. And the last crab will be in this area here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. They must have buffed the Gunlance's Wyvern's Fire, because I remember it not doing a lot in late Monster Hunter DOS. Well, there it goes. Is that a golden fish? Oh heck, how do I catch the golden fish? I want the golden fish. Where's a worm? Where's a gathering spot? I want the golden fish. Please, golden fish. I want you. Please, golden fish. I cannot believe she is still not offering me the urgent for the next quest here. Come on, Granny. Come on, Village Pocky Chief. I had a stroke there for a second. Oh my lordy Lou. Okay, well, I guess we mushroom in the Forest of Hills. Forest of Hills. I am really... It's late. It's late. I never record past 9 o'clock. I never record past 8 o'clock even. But here we are. Hello, Mr. Mofongo. Mink, 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 mink. Alrighty, beautiful pig dead. Bullfango head. That's cool. Please. No, Bullfango, please. Don't come to see what happened to your teammate. No? He doesn't see? Okay, he's just taking it easy then. Okay, now he sees. Where do I get a special mushroom? Oh, he saw Summer, not me. You suck. Alright, nothing left. Are these black prints in the ground supposed to be like wyvern footprints? They kind of look like it. They're spaced as if they were footprints. Oh, maybe it has to do with this. The ruins of this camp. Man, what cool environmental storytelling. Oh, you give special mushrooms. They force you to come to the cool, weird, safe area to trade scatternuts for special mushrooms? What? That's so strange. Also, it's so vibrant here. It's so full of life. Look at that dragonfly. That guy's funny. I like that he either has the same frame rate as my monitor, making him look completely still, or he just is completely still. I think there was a video of like a bird or something that flapped its wings at the same frame rate that the camera was recording at, so it looked like it was just floating, and I think that's really funny. Okay, Okay, mister. Do I just go keep collecting scatter nuts? Also, this weird hole in the wall still here? Yeah, it is. What's back here? I really want to know what's back here. It's like, I can definitely, like, almost go back there if it weren't for the ceiling. Is there like a free cam that'll show me what's back there? Because I really want to know what's at the end of that tunnel. I wonder if it's in Generations. Maybe that's just a tunnel that Veggie Elder enters this zone in. Or something, I don't know. Alright, we'll take my scatter nuts, I guess. Okay, never mind. Or am I out of scatter nuts? No? A moss swine's favorite food. Okay, that's probably a hint. Moss swines like to dine over here, but you can also find them further back. Hey guys, show me where the mushrooms are. Great, great. You sure it's not over there? I think it's over there. Never in my life have I felt so free pretending to be a moss swine. Oh man, what's the goal here? What's the mission? Or are we just running laps between that bush and those mushrooms? I think I'm starting to get it. I think I'm starting to understand. The ritual. The ritual that grows special mushrooms. It's also clear to me now. I'm starting to believe. Yes, it all makes sense. Okay, we need 7 of these. That water looks cool. It also kind of has... The rock directly in front of me is like... It's like an overhang. It goes... The wall goes back behind it a little ways. Fascinating. We got 8 special mushrooms. But I think I know where I can go to find a few more. Hey guys, it's me again. Granny Vegetable's back. Granny V, GV is back. Can I get anything cool back here? Matcholite ore. Goldstone piece, that's cool. That's, earth crystal's not very cool. No, nothing cool. Do we have the elevator? The elevator log? No, we don't have the elevator log. No, wait, no, we do have the elevator log. Whoop. 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 Got that one up so fast, Granny Vegetable had to pause for a second. Alright, where's your secret, Mr. Mosswine? Where can I find those mushrooms? Oh no, this guy is just... Wait, what? Oh. Okay, so this is just like a little gathering area. I suppose I do see some burst arowanas that I want to catch. At least I think they're burst arowanas. I'm not really sure. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to catch you. It's like a pop fish or something stupid, like a sleepy fish. Yeah. No, I don't want to catch you either. That might be a wet fish. It looks pretty blue though. Yeah, that's a knife mackerel, which is what a wet fish used to be called. Why are you killing the moss swine, Summer? For what purpose? Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't be mean to wildlife. The little shrimp snuck in and caught it. Normally I love shrimps, but not that guy. Okay, please. Yes. This is brilliant. This is perfect. I am recouping some of the burst arowanas lost in the marine fisher grind. Hey, there's another one. I'm out of worms, and I kind of don't want to fish anymore. So we are moving on. Hello, everybody. I really would have thought that there would be some mushrooms here. Also, I really want in that hole, but it's not letting me. I feel like it wants me to go in. Because, like, I am jumping. I'm programmed to jump. Maybe there was, like, a time where the devs wanted you to jump into the hole, but decided that you're not allowed to. Also, my screen is turning a tad orange. Yeah, that was my night light trying to turn on because it's past 9 o'clock, past 9 p.m. Oh well. Hello, Mr. Mosswine. I really need to know where more mushrooms are. You know, you guys, you moss wines, you guys kind of let me down here, if I'm being honest. I thought you'd show me the way to more mushies, but I don't know, man. That's just not what I'm getting. Hello, Aptonoth. Hello, you beautiful, beautiful fellas. I do have an idea for where I can find more moss wines, though. Yeah, I am not engaging with you, Mr. Kaku. Down at the bottom of that hill. Hello, Mr. Mosswine. So we got any mushrooms here? I am not seeing any. And what's that supposed to be? Mushrooms. You guys into the Gathering Quest episode, by the way? I know this has been a thought-provoking, blood pressure-raising riveting episode. I ran out of... so many gathering quests that are required. Or maybe not all of them are required. I really don't know what I need to do to make the Pocky Chief have the next urgent quest. The next urgent, I'm assuming, will be Blangongo, which I intend to bring the Kazusi against for the culture, because it feels like the right thing to do and such. No mushrooms on in this entire area. What are those moss swines doing here then? Flash to the sky. These spider webs will be useful for pitfall traps later down the line. How many is it going to let me grab here, actually? That is the answer that I'm looking for. 5. Very well then. Thank goodness for this tiny little ledge. I thought I was going to have to jump down and then start the climb all over again. This place feels eerie. There's like this low hum in the background. There's an uncomfortable feel to this area in particular. And I suppose that makes sense. This is the Wyvern's Nest. I'm not here. You fool, you think I'm here? I'm not. Okay, he knows I'm here. Where are mushrooms? Yankaku, where are mushrooms? Honestly, where are they? Where are them? Wait, I think I know where a mushroom might be. Nope, not here. Mushrooms. I am serious. I've been through almost every single area in this map. Wow, look at that. Look at that skybox. Doesn't it look so good? It probably doesn't look nearly that bad without the texture mod. Oh yes, of course, the place without any kind of indication is the place where you find mushrooms. Kaku, can you leave? And this isn't even a special mushroom gathering spot. That's so... Maybe I have to kill the moss swines. I'm gonna go try killing the moss swines. And I have the red stamina bar, so that's cool. I guess that I do not want to not have the ability to run. That is simply too much for me. I am too impatient. Hey guys, I know we kinned a few minutes ago, but I kind of need what's in your bowels right now. You know, you kind of ate them like right out from between my fingers, so yeah, I kind of need to disembowel you and take them back. I'm sorry, this is just how it is. I have a job, you know. You know how it works. Please, special mushroom. Please, special mushroom. Where do I get special mushrooms at? There's gotta be another mushroom gathering spot that I'm just not aware of. This is a berry and herb gathering spot. But maybe it'll have a special mushroom. Please. Okay. Sorry for asking. I remember this area having a lot of mushrooms. Maybe there will be a gathering spot that isn't the scatternut blue mushroom spot. Here? Ivy. Sunset herb. But no special mushrooms. Okay, this... Oh wait, that's just an herb. That's kind of cool that they put the herb right next to the blue mushroom gathering spot. It makes sense at least. Oh, there's one area that I have yet to forage through. That's probably right here. Yeah, there's no way this area doesn't have the special mushrooms. Plus, this is the last area that we have to search, so it simply has to have them. Hey guys, why is that Malix on the ground? This is a cool little place. They should set up a camp here. If they ever bring back Forest and Hills, that is going to be a camp spot. Or if pop-up camps become a recurring feature in the game, then that will be a pop-up camp spot. No mushrooms, I'm afraid. Am I just gonna have to abandon the quest? The client wants 10 and I only have 8. I've searched far and wide for these mushies and there's not enough on this map. Wait, hold up. Okay. I see now. I understand. I simply should have looked in a pretty easy to find area. An admittedly high traffic, easy to find area. Oh, that's cool that we finally found him. What say you, Puff? This quest has lasted longer than the Kezuwelp quest. And that's something special because they tasked us to grab 3 Kezuwelps. That's a special kind of evil. And still. Hey guys, how we doing? I really love the America bald eagle sound effect. That isn't really a bald eagle, but it's like a red-tailed hawk or something. Okay. Yeah. Finally, that's over. Finally, no more mushroom hunting. Granny, you better have a yellow... Yes! Yes! Finally. It seems you are becoming quite strong, which is good because it seems like our old friend is back. A long time ago, a Blanganga nested in the snowy mountains. It was a rowdy beast, but a previous generation of hunters drove it away. Now the Blanganga has returned. It must have learned that the old guard of hunters had retired. The Blanganga itself is an extremely powerful beast, but it also leads a pack of Blangos, so you can't let your guard down for even a second. You might not be able to drive it away, but I think you can still hold your own against the beast. The village is counting on you. Finally, I've progressed. Ruler of the snow, Blanganga. My next request requires a true master. Care to test yourself? I'd like you to hunt down the chief of the snowy mountains. Remember, on this quest, negligence is unforgivable. Alright. And that means that I get to farm Kazoos. Alright, Kazoo. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Well, everybody, I think I'm going to call it here. I am completely out of energy, so I'm just going to grind Kazoos off recording. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gathering episode where I lose my mind trying to find where special mushrooms are. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow for some Library of Ruina.